Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel Bachelor Nation News fans. A Bachelor in Paradise star is now revealing the horrid resort conditions, plus the producer's dirty deeds. This is a place for former Bachelor and Bachelorette cast members to find love and new life. Unfortunately, it is not all that it is cracked up to be, and that is coming to light. Keep reading for more details. Star reveals horrid conditions at resort, dirty deeds. BIP has undergone some serious changes for Season 10. They are not all desirable, and not every viewer is happy with what they have done. The production value has increased immensely, and it appears the budget was no object. Unfortunately, the look and the feel of Bachelor in Paradise do not hit as it once did, but only one episode has aired so far. Viewers cannot help but reminisce about past seasons, yet a former cast member is now opening up about what they went through. Mari Pepin was a featured cast member in Season 7 of the hit reality series. She had previously appeared in Season 25 of The Bachelor, where she was unsuccessful in love. However, when she hit BIP, her life changed, and she fell for Kenny Brash. The two ended up getting engaged at the finale, then married in 2023. They have been living happily ever after since their time in Paradise, but it was not all rainbows and butterflies. Mari explained that her resort did not have AC, and they were constantly hot. Plus, it was very humid, which made for undesirable conditions. In her opinion, the show was crafted to be like that, and she explained why. Mari noted that there was access to AC on Bachelor in Paradise, but it was strategically turned off. This allowed the cast to get out and mingle rather than staying inside all day so they could get good footage. At the same time, Mari addressed the incredible number of bugs found in the rooms and in their beds. This was less than comfortable for filming and the time in so-called Paradise. So I would say, in terms of conditions of the ambiance of the setting, wasn't all that great. The luck of the draw. Despite the atrocious conditions that the Bachelor in Paradise producers had the cast living in, Mari Pepin is happy she did the show. That was where she met her husband, and it made the heat and the bugs worth it. She added that aside from meeting Kenny, it was an escape. Mari got to enjoy a vacation, regardless of the circumstances, so she does not let the negatives weigh her down. Fans have continued to follow her journey long after she left BIP, as she shares tips and tricks. She also showcases her marriage and how much fun she and her husband have been having. Are you shocked that the Bachelor in Paradise cast was subjected to such treacherous conditions, or did you feel it was not all perfect? Let us know and watch BIP Mondays on ABC. When Savannah Delacroix signed on to Bachelor in Paradise, she thought she knew exactly what she was walking into. After her shocking elimination in Week 4 of The Bachelor, America was left wondering if she'd return for more. So when ABC called her for BIP, her heart beat with both fear and excitement. A second shot at love in a tropical resort with the cameras rolling? It sounded like the perfect cocktail of romance and redemption. But no one, absolutely no one, could have prepared her for the twisted, toxic underworld hidden beneath the palm trees and ocean breeze. Now, months after filming wrapped, Savannah was ready to speak, and once she did, everything changed. Welcome to Paradise, or Hell. The first day at the Playa Escondida Resort in Sayulita, Mexico, was picturesque. The waves kissed the shore with rhythmic ease, and the sunlit cabanas looked freshly fluffed for Instagram-worthy moments. But within hours, Savannah noticed something was off. For starters, the air conditioning didn't work in her room. Producers told her to embrace the heat. It's part of the experience. When she requested water, she was handed a lukewarm bottle and told, "We're conserving for the camera crew." Food arrived only during scheduled meals, and only after attractive plating for the overhead drone shots. Contestants were not allowed to leave their rooms outside designated hours, and staff members weren't permitted to speak unless a camera was present. Worst of all, the alcohol. It flowed freely, but not innocently. They poured it like it was a weapon, Savannah told Bachelor Nation Unfiltered, the podcast where she broke her silence. If you didn't drink, producers pressured you. If you did, they manipulated what you said afterward. I saw people break down, and they just kept rolling. The it couple illusion. Savannah was paired early with Mason, a fan favorite from The Bachelorette who had a clean-cut smile and a charming southern drawl. Viewers swooned over their date in the waterfall grotto, but Savannah now says it was completely staged. "We weren't even into each other," she confessed. "We were pushed into that pairing. The producers threatened to give us no airtime if we didn't follow their narrative. They said America loves a love story. Be the story." Behind closed doors, Mason cried nightly, not over Savannah, but over a past love he'd left behind to join BIP. He asked producers if he could leave. They refused. "They confiscated our passports and kept our phones locked in a safe. It was like paradise prison," Savannah said. "He begged to go home. They told him it would ruin his image." Staged heartbreak and fake fights. Contestants began to unravel by week 2. A sudden rainstorm shut down production for 2 days, but the producers refused to provide shelter. Savannah and others were left drenched in flimsy cover-ups as they waited hours under leaky tents. To keep the drama alive, Savannah claimed, producers began scripted confrontations. "They handed us cue cards," she said. "They were labeled with things like, 'Call her out for kissing your guy,' or 'Tell him you're not here for games.' It was high school theater meets reality TV, except with real emotions." Savannah recounted one especially dark moment when another contestant, whom she referred to only as Kay, suffered a panic attack after being cornered during a truth circle engineered by producers. Instead of helping, they zoomed in on her breakdown. They aired the footage like it was juicy drama. She was begging for help. It was cruel. Behind the cameras, the dirtiest deeds. What viewers never saw, the way producers manipulated everything, from sleep schedules to sabotage. According to Savannah, cast members were woken up repeatedly in the night, told they had to film pickups, often under harsh lights and with scripted lines. "They kept us sleep-deprived and drunk. Then they'd sit you down and ask you loaded questions. If you didn't answer the way they wanted, they'd do 10 more takes. It was psychological warfare." She even accused the show of planting contestants, hiring paid actors to stir drama and create jealousy. One girl wasn't even from any Bachelor franchise. We found out later she was an actress. They put her in just to break up couples. The incident they buried. Halfway through the season, Savannah claimed a physical altercation broke out between 2 male contestants after a jealousy-fueled scene got out of hand. She said producers refused to intervene, at first. "They let them fight," she said. "I was screaming, others were crying. It wasn't until one guy got hurt, like really hurt, that they finally jumped in. They never aired it, they covered it up." Savannah said medics treated the injuries, but production resumed later that day like nothing happened. "It was like we were in the Twilight Zone. No apology, no discussion, just, okay, back to paradise. Like trauma didn't exist." The romance that nearly saved her. In a rare bright spot, Savannah found a genuine connection with Leo, a late arrival with a poetic soul and eyes that seemed to see through the chaos. "He was different," she said. "He smelled the manipulation, too. We'd sneak away during filming, hide behind the cabanas just to talk like normal people." But that didn't last. Producers allegedly caught wind of their off-screen conversations and told Savannah she had to pick someone else or risk being portrayed as the boring girl who lost her spark. They said I owed them a story, and if I didn't play along, they'd make me the villain, or worse, edit me out entirely. The Great Escape. By week 4, Savannah was done. After suffering from heat exhaustion, emotional fatigue, and the daily mind games, she demanded to be let go. "They tried to gaslight me," she said. "They said I was overreacting, that I was too sensitive and missing the opportunity of a lifetime." She stood her ground. But leaving wasn't easy. Savannah claimed they made her sign additional NDAs, erased footage of her departure, and told her she'd never be welcomed back in Bachelor Nation. I said, "Good, I never want to be back." When the cameras stopped rolling. Back in the States, Savannah tried to return to normal life, but the trauma lingered. She suffered from insomnia and flashbacks. Therapy helped, but so did the support from other BIP cast members who had also seen the darkness beneath the glitter. "When I finally opened up, I wasn't alone," she revealed. "So many others DM'd me saying, yes, it happened to me too, but they were too scared to speak up." That's why Savannah finally broke her NDA. I'd rather pay a fine than let them keep doing this. People deserve to know the truth. Paradise isn't paradise, it's exploitation in bikinis. The aftershock and the reckoning. Savannah's revelations sent shockwaves through Bachelor Nation. ABC issued a short, sterile statement denying wrongdoing, but the internet wasn't buying it. Fans flooded social media with hashtags: Justice for Savannah, Expose BIP, Bachelor Behind Bars. A Change.org petition demanding accountability from the production company amassed over 250,000 signatures within a week. Even former Bachelor leads began chiming in. One anonymous source told People, "What Savannah said is accurate. I saw it. I lived it. I just didn't have the guts to say it until now." Epilogue, a new kind of rose. Savannah Delacroix isn't just moving on, she's leading a movement. She's now the founder of Roses for Reform, an organization advocating for mental health protections, ethical standards, and transparency in reality television. "I still believe in love," she said in a viral Instagram post, "just not the kind edited for ratings." Though her journey on Bachelor in Paradise ended with betrayal, her story sparked a reckoning the franchise never saw coming. Paradise was a lie, but Savannah's truth is just beginning to bloom.